Hi there, this is Nicholas Penrake. In this short video I want to share with you the results I'm getting with Siphon Hardcore Extreme List Builder. This is basically a viral script, as they call it, that enables you to build your list at the power of 5, or potentially at 5 I should say. As you can see in the logo, there's the 5, which relates to the way this builds. It's kind of similar to building a downline. Basically, you would get, once you sign up, you get a page like this, and your visitor would come to this screen, watch the video, and if convinced, then go opt in here with an email. And once they sign up for free, they get a page like this, and they can then promote to their list. And what happens is, if you go for the free version, you have to get 5 referrals before your site so-called unlocks. This is how Brian Winters, the creator, describes it, as a sort of unlocking thing. And from then on, anyone who's joining your list has to bring in 5 to your list. They may not bring in 5 to your list, but there's a big incentive to do so, because obviously if you're only having to get 1 subscriber who will potentially get you 5, it makes sense to do a bit of work and get those referrals and then later subscribers. You're helping the person you joined under, should I say, but at the same time, of course, you're furthering your own list building efforts. There is also an extreme version, as he's calling it, which is basically the upsell, and what that enables you to do is, you see this page here that you're given. So once you come through here, you would go through to another page, which is the upsell, which is this version, the extreme. And the extreme version allows you to do exactly the same as the free version. In other words, building your list at a ratio of, potentially a ratio of 5, and also to sell on the back end, as they call it. So once you go through this page and sign up, you could then put in a page which you could either keep the Siphon Hardcore Extreme as the upsell, or you can put in a different URL. It could be a ClickBank product, it could be some other affiliate product from the Warrior Forum, it could be your own product. Obviously it wants to be related to list building. But you get, I think it's $19.56 every time you get a subscriber to upgrade to the extreme version, which is not bad. Many products don't give you $19.56. You only have to look at the Warrior Forum. An average price might be $9.90. So if you can get even one sale during the day, that's still a bit of extra change. What I did to promote is I wrote a post, which was easy enough to do, because once you sign up, Brian Winters gives you a whole load of info on how this works and also how you can promote. So you also get a little lesson in list building, which is perfect for newbies or people who've got lists in the sort of low hundreds, and this is really going to help anyone in that sort of situation to build at speed. So yeah, I wrote this post, as you can see. It goes all the way down to there, and I put in my link, of course, so people can read it and possibly sign up under that. I also then manually spun this post to make it into an article, and I posted, I think, about 4, maybe 5 article directories. I could have spun it, I suppose, with software and done a few more, but it was easy enough. I'm a copywriter, so I can do it pretty quickly anyway. But even if you're not a copywriter, it really isn't that difficult. You're essentially looking at changing the headline, perhaps the first couple of paragraphs, a few different words, and you should be okay. I also went to Fiverr and looked up somebody there who had a fairly good rating and some testimonials for sending to his followers. I sent him, I think it was 5 tweets, and he blasted those to his followers, and so they got a few more for me. It was only a fiver. I don't really plan to spend more than that with that particular promotion. I mean, it did all right, but and yeah, and my results so far, after really minimal effort, have been about $120, which is hardly pay dirt, but for I suppose what must have been about 3 hours work in total, that's not bad. And of course, some of that will be autopilot earnings, because those articles are out there, the post is out there, the keywords I tagged everything, so that I should be getting some traffic for weeks and maybe even months to come, which will convert to make me some more money. And at the same time, I'm building a list at a ratio of 1 to 5. As I said, it won't always be 1 to 5 because some people just won't make the effort, but I don't know what it actually works out to be. I haven't done that calculation, but you can see on this page people getting pretty good results. I mean, this guy's got 95 new subscribers on his list. How much did I get after 6 days? I think I had 62 on my list. Obviously results are going to vary, but it's pretty good for really not that much effort. And of course, subscribers is potential earnings because those people may well buy from you in the future. So you're picking up $19 if you go for the extreme version. You're picking up this sort of 1956, 1980 every possibly every day. I mean, you can see here these are the days I actually did a bit of work, but if you don't do much work, you might not make all that much money. But then again, you've got those articles out there and you post and what have you. There's a good chance you could actually make some money just doing nothing, overnight in your sleep, that kind of thing. So yeah, in summing up, I would say this is well worth your giving it a go. And as I said, you can just join this free version if you want and just build your list that way. And then if you want to join later, you can upgrade as I did. I can say in all honesty, the marketers I've spoken to who have tried this are actually doing better. They seem to, perhaps they've been doing a bit more work, or they simply got much bigger lists, or even more responsive lists. I don't know, but they're doing very well with it. And yes, I did speak to marketers who said, no, I can't be bothered with that, but they didn't actually try. All I can tell you is the people who've tried are making money with it. So those are my results. I hope this helps you out. I'll see you in the next one.